How to charge your Remus. Just plug him in as a Remus. Buddy, are you low on battery? That's really cool. You can cut circles in the box for the kitty to play in. There's a big one back there. Neat. Well, that's it. That is his new space treat delivery system. We're gonna give it a whirl so he can smell them. Remus, Remus, look. Oh, okay. Look, buddy. There you go. Good boy. Good boy, buddy. You can do it again? So, a couple updates. The reason I look like this is not only because of the mask breakouts from the albuterol, which are just, I look like I have the chicken pox. And they hurt, like they're not regular, you know, like zits or pimples or whatever. They're like allergic reaction things, and they itch and they burn, and I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. Anyway, I am exhausted for several reasons. One, because it was a really long day for work, and two, because Remus threw up his breakfast yesterday, and then threw up at 5:15 this morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. Mostly because he managed to get both blankets that were on the bed. So I had to pull them off and get them in the little laundry area, and then I was just cold. So that's the thing. I have, because of this throw up business, and he also didn't use the litter box for about 36 hours, which worried me a little too much. So I've given up on the canned wet food thing and trying to get him off of the the vet prescription food. Emotionally, I can't handle it. I can't handle watching that litter box like crazy. Like, it's just, and the throwing up, and it's clearly not a thing that he should, I don't know. It's just, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. But his little system was just rejecting everything, the violent vomiting, and then the not using the litter box for 36 hours. He did finally use it in the morning after he got breakfast, and I left out lots of glasses of water all over the house, so he would think that they were my glasses of water, therefore he should drink out of them. So I did that, and he finally used the box. And the pH balance thing showed that he was okay, but it was so stressful after the vomiting and the no sleep and the worry and everything else. So instead, I'm taking him off all of the canned food, including the first vet canned food that still had all the allergens in it. Like, this hypoallergenic homogenized protein thing only comes in dry, it doesn't come in wet. And he's gotta have wet for dinner. I say he's gotta have wet for dinner. He probably get over it with just a treat, but he's gotta have wet for dinner. So, so I went out first thing this morning, as soon as the stores were open, and got a coffee grinder. And I'm going to grind about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of his dry food until it's sort of like a crumble, and then mix it with a little warm water and give that to him as his dinner, his treat dinner, so as his wet food. And I gave it a shot as soon as I brought it home, just in case I needed to return the thing, and he ate it up like it was Reese's peanut butter cups. Ate it up, loved it. Every single bit of that was gone. So I think we have a winner. It's clearly something he likes. It's the stuff that's not supposed to break him out and not supposed to block him. So we're gonna give it a try and see how how it goes. Now because I have added yet another appliance to my countertop with this coffee grinder business, I then had to use my lunch hour today to go to an antique store to find a shelf that I could screw into the bottom of the cabinet to get some stuff off the countertop because it was just becoming too crowded. So I found a shelf at a local antique place and had to do some finagling to get it to fit right, and but got it done. So so here it is. I'm really pleased with it. I put an inch of wood underneath it so it could screw in through the wood to screw into the bottom of the cabinet, and it's also screwed into the brace that's right here. So it's not going anywhere. So on top of the shelf, if you'll focus, there we go, I have my magic tea infuser thing, the coffee grinder for Remus's food to grind, because the rest of it's way over here, and I thought it would just be a whole lot easier to do everything right here. Thing of leftover recruitments, and then all of my tea and sugar and stuff, the Magic Ninja thingamajiggy that makes my smoothies for breakfast, the electric tea kettle, koozies for Cokes and water bottles, the coffee maker that never gets used unless we have guests that drink coffee, which means like Thanksgiving was the last time it was used. And that has freed up a crazy amount of space. I actually had to flip the paper towel holder around because it was facing that way and you couldn't get the roll off with the shelf there, so I had to flip it to the other side, but that wasn't too bad, that wasn't too terrible. So I like it. I think it's really clean looking. I think the color blends in well enough with the cabinets that it's not terribly in your face, but it's old and rustic. So if I wanted to put my tea up, I'd have these really cool, rusty, worn out metal hooks down at the bottom of it. I don't know what I'd do with those, but they're neat. They're neat. So, yeah, pleased. In the spirit of decluttering, I got rid of Remus's basket of toys and gave him a trunk of toys. And he is currently exploring said trunk of toys. Did you find anything good?
So last night I heard the pop of pine. It's a very distinctive sound, but I couldn't see anything. But there it is. That's what I heard. So I'll have to call the city because that's in the green belt, and they can come and get it down before it falls on somebody.
So I make the bed every morning, and this is what happens when Remus won't move while I'm making the bed. Everything is ready, so as soon as he moves, I'll be able to finish that corner. But, right, so I'm gonna try to film a trunk club video today, and hopefully a what's in my bag video because somebody requested that. But it's gonna be tricky because of the way my schedule is today. I have calls every hour. I do have a lunch break of an hour, so I will probably get that done at lunch, but hopefully he will have moved by then and I can smooth out that corner. the grocery store and got stuff for a chicken pot pie for dinner tonight with broccoli. I hate broccoli, but P really likes it, so he gets broccoli. I can pick it out, I guess. Right, so I'm making a chicken pot pie tonight. I filmed the Trunk Club video and did it really fast over my lunch hour, and when I put the footage from the memory card into the computer after, mind you, I had sealed up the trunk with the stuff I'm not keeping and sending it back. After that, and after I had packed everything away, and after, you know, everything was said and done, I realized that only one of the 3 segments of recording that I did actually recorded. The other 2 are like just like half a second of me hitting the record button. And I guess I double tapped, I guess I double clicked it. I don't know, it seems like a strange thing for me to do. Very strange thing for me to do. But, so right now I'm debating on whether or not I just want to do the intro that I filmed and then follow it up with just the shots of all the things on Constance the dress form, and then, you know, have text on the screen about what the piece is, whether or not I'm keeping it, the price, any details that I liked or didn't like. You know, maybe have like a, I don't know what I'm doing. Or if I want to show the first 10 minutes that I actually got recorded, you know, edited down obviously, and then whatever wasn't recorded, put the things on Constance the dress form and film a little, hey, future me guys, I really failed that utterly, miserably. Ugh. So, I don't know, I may do 2 versions to see which one is the least offensive. I don't know. I mean, all people really want to see is what I got in the trunk, what, you know, what brands they are, and how much they cost. That's really all people who watch those videos want to see anyway, so I may as well just give it to them in a short format. It'd certainly be under 6 minutes then. Ugh. Okay, so that's the thing that's happening. I'm going to try to go into the office early on Monday because I've got an awkward day. I need to leave the office at 11:30 to get home for a bunch of calls, starting at 1 and going until 6, and then Tuesday I have an 8:30 p.m. call, and I haven't even started recruiting in California yet, and I've got to go through all those resumes. So I think I'm going to go in the office maybe an hour early. Yeah, probably an hour early tomorrow, and see if I can push through some resumes and see if I can't get the rest of the week filled out nicely. Yeah. So still not breathing really well. I've got a really shallow capacity right now, and I think it partially the cold, I imagine, isn't helping, and I'm just not over the thing. So I just sound like I'm out of breath all the time, and being out of breath all the time makes me not want to exercise any because I can't breathe, which is not doing anything for my fitness goals, dadgummit. There it is. Okay, so I have rambled now for 3.5 minutes, and I'm gonna end this. So that was my week. Encourage each other with sweetness and light, and I will see you next Sunday.